Chess and Quest, episode 2, motherfucker!
I'm too tall for this video.
I went too far. Chess and Quest, episode 2, motherfucker!
Today,
On our show.
Our show? We have a show?
No! It's not a show unless multiple people watch it, and I'm pretty sure every view we get is from ourselves.
We have 4 subscribers.
Probably 2 of them being ourselves. Thank you, too. What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about inappropriate moments in games, love-hate characters.
Ah!
What was the last topic again?
Biggest fucking letdown of a video game.
Starting with the most inappropriate moments, what was yours?
The most inappropriate moment that I've ever experienced was in Red Dead Redemption. There was this like fat guy in a sombrero just porking a chick on a table. Now here's the thing.
Fat guy?
Now, in most games today, there's a lot of sexual tension, there's a lot of sexual content. That's fine. Obviously, I wasn't offended by this inappropriate moment, I just needed something to fill this topic. But usually it's just like, you know, like Grand Theft Auto. You pay a hooker, the car shakes, and every now and then you hear go, or and then you know you did a good job, right? And then you get out and you fucking kill her. You couldn't do that on this one. You walk in to basically be like, "Hey, it's John Marston, what you need me to do?" And the guy's just, she's naked on a table. You can see her pubes, dog. And he's just, wham, wham, wham.
Wham, bam,
Ah! What about yours?
Alright, speaking of sex, since we're on the topic of sex, Wolfenstein, The New Order. Now, you're going through this game, obviously, and the American trying to take back
American.
Americana. Americana. No. And you're trying to take everything back from the Germans, who have obviously conquered the United States and so forth. And throughout all this fighting, you meet this girl. And they are in a sheltered area, hidden away from the Nazis. And the only thing that's going on is dink, 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 dink. And you even see pictures fall. It's like, of all times to fuck, they're gonna fuck when there's a plan going down.
There is no better time to have sex than when everything is falling apart.
This is the stress. Right the bunny.
Woo! Right in the butthole.
Next, we have love-hate characters.
Love-hate characters. You get to go first this time.
I don't want to go first.
You have to go first.
Cortex. Crash Bandicoot, and all of them, really.
Cortex
Giant
strikes
head. You
back.
cannot hate a dude that has a giant head and sounds stupid, but I hated him every single time I died.
Except Mr. Mackey.
True.
You can't hate
Okay.
Mr. Mackey.
Okay.
I like stroked when I was saying his name. Mr. Mackey. Why did you hate Cortex and also love Cortex?
Well, you love him because you never know what he's gonna do, though it's kind of predictable. Doesn't really give you much of a drawstring, I guess. But hated him every time that I died because he'd always pop up with his giant ass head and go, "Game over." A few times where I punched the screen because I got annoyed. But we're not talking about that. Love and I hated him.
That's when you first started raging on games. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
Thanks a lot, fuckers. Love-hate character. Cole Phelps. From L.A. Noire.
Now why is that?
Because Cole Phelps, you know that deep down, he wants to be a good cat. He wants to do the right thing, he wants to do good things, but A, he can't quit banging that one girl, which, that's not necessarily what makes him love-hate for me. I mean, if the guy wants to get some tang on the side, and he's defending the entire city, give the guy some tang. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Holmes, I can dig it. But the thing is, he does all this, but he's a whiny bitch. And his voice sucks. I think no one gives a shit what you think, Cole Phelps. You suck. Now the other guy though that you get to play as in the game, that was his friend, I like that guy way more. Kelso, I think it's Kelso, way cooler. But Cole Phelps, I love you, but go fuck yourself. Biggest letdowns in video games. Okay, so when I first played Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1, I basically popped a Star Wars boner from the time I unwrapped the game until like years later when I got the second one and put it in. I loved The Force Unleashed. It was incredible. And then I got really hyped up, just like everyone else, for The Force Unleashed 2. And I still think it was an okay game. But the biggest letdown to me was the fact that I beat that game in just a few hours max, and I am a shitty gamer. I try everything easy, but that game just really lacked a lot. And then I thought maybe they would make up with it in the third one, but that's probably not going to happen at all. It sure hasn't yet, and they're not even talking about it. Probably because the second one did so fucking terrible.
Go Battlefront!
Talk about tacos, motherfucker.
Now this one, biggest controversy goes around because I hear so many people that love it, so many people that hate it. So it's got mixed reviews. Me starting out with the Final Fantasy series. God damn it, I got arrested again.
Hey!
But playing Final Fantasy, I started on 7, and I kind of hate saying that I started only on 7, especially when...
What a fucking loser.
The ones prior to were absolutely substantial. But number 9. Love 7, love 8, love 10, hated 9. I mean, the characters, the story, everything changed. What happened? And then you come back with 10, and 10's just like, oh my god, there's a sphere grid? And Blitzball, don't you do it. Don't you do it! Always. She's a whore.
No, she's not.
That's my girl you're talking about.
You should have hit me every time, I tell you.
Woo! Like I said, it was... Iris! Yeah, I was so disappointed with it. But then they came back with 10. 10-2 was just like, huh. Then 12.
Yeah, we actually say our dogs are squirrels here.
She doesn't stop peeing. She's got like a fucking tank. But needless to say, Final Fantasy IX was one of my biggest letdowns. Especially when 7 and 8, 6, 7, and 8 was so
7 and 8?
6, 7, 8.
There's like 19 ins
so
in
I
there.
was 6 afraid of 7. 7, 8, 9.